What's up? Welcome to today's stream. Today is Wednesday, January 3rd. Today is my no meeting day, so I have a little bit more flexibility than I normally would. And given that it's the beginning of the year and I think people are still on vacation, there's just less meetings at the moment. But I have some things that I want to get done today. Let's see. All right, I think these would be awesome additions to the setup docs for each one. Let's see. I wonder if, wait a minute, great job. I think there would be additions to the setup docs. I see what they're saying. All right, anyway, sorry about that. I'm over here getting lost in work already. Let me just go ahead and switch over to my screen. Let me make sure I don't have anything. You know what? Let me just move Slack off my screen. How about that? That's always the best option. It's like just remove Slack from my screen and just pretend as if I can't show anything. But I can show what I have on my screen now. Or let me wait. Let me make sure I don't have any other sensitive work stuff. Okay. I didn't even realize we had this document. Man, all right, well, let's resume what I was working on the other day, which is not this. So we'll go to README. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Just ate an orange, so I'm like burpy. All right, so here is my new doc. And what I need to do is also, oh wait, what the hell did I just do? Okay. The other thing that I want to do is open up. How do I want to do this? I'll just go to the documentation side itself. So I need to open up this import email addresses doc, which should be here. Now, what I want to figure out is what information am I going to actually take over? And what I got to do there, or what I got to figure out first, is what information have I already brought over. So I think in one of these, I say UTF-8. Yeah. All right. So all values must be encoded, or UTF-F encoded. Encoded as UTF-8. So I think all of this is going to become H2s. Think about it. Yeah, these will probably be H2s. All right, and then this will necessarily have to be H3s, which is going to jack up my TLC, but it's whatever. I may as well go ahead and get this in the kind of the hierarchy that it's going to be anyway. So it's going to be CSV upload. Right. So basically, what I'm going to do eventually is copy all of this and replace all of that. But before I do that, I got to make sure I call out that this is a CSV upload and point out any other options we have. So it looks like we have the import through dashboard, which is the CSV upload, and there's a manually add emails. Okay, so I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm leaving that alone. All right. Recommended front end SDK. So, man, this is where things get a little weird. Like, it would look really sus if I just dropped in my perfectly crafted doc from over here and then just drop it over here because, yeah, I don't think the same attention was paid to a lot of things. So hierarchy would be jacked up a little bit. Let's see what this looks like now that I've changed the hierarchy though. Import email list as CSV. Wait, what? Something's weird here. Let's throw a new line, see if that makes a difference. Also, I'm just gonna call this import email addresses now, but I'm gonna call it a copy and basically say don't publish addresses. Do not publish. And this is for anyone who actually comes along and they're like, oh, what is this? They don't go and be like, oh, let me make this public. Let me close my email. Do this again. All right, that fixed it. There we go. All right, perfect. So now we get the CSV upload. We get our requirements. Oh, okay. All right. There. Okay, man, this is a big space. Guess. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna deal with that. So we have all our requirements, and then there's a duplicate email required. So one signal will automatically remove duplicate email subscriptions. The email is marked. If the subscription is marked as undescribed, it will continue to mark. Wait, what? Will automatically remove duplicate email subscriptions. If the email subscription is marked as unsubscribed, it will continue to be marked unsubscribed unless updated. There's a much, man, all right. There's a much easier way to write that sentence. This is just convoluted. You can write this in a sentence. I guess I'm going to call that out somewhere. So this seems to be, yeah, this seems to only apply to the email CSV uploader thing. Oh, no wonder. I'm like, wait, why can't I? All right, I'm dumb. All right, there we are. I was like, why can't I edit this? I was about to get upset. All right, so let's start copying over stuff, I suppose. I'm going to copy over into my doc because I like the format of my doc better. So we're going to talk about what the purpose of this document is. According to them, theirs is to upload a CSV list of email addresses to the dashboard. I disagree with this. So we're going to say guidance using our import tool. So this will probably change. Guidance importing emails into OneSignal. That's basically the new point of this guide. All right, so let's see here. Explains. Maybe I shouldn't write it here because this is literally me writing scratch. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in Obsidian. Those of you who have been watching for a while, you should know the workflow by now. I tend to do a lot of work in notes, and then I compile a finished document that way. We'll open this up. This is something to do with email. Dang it. Man, how do I find documents? I don't know how to find documents. Where's the search? There used to be a search thing here. Honestly, I thought I should be able to do this. Maybe if I do open. Nope. Damn it. I know it has the word email, but obviously this isn't how you search. Or maybe it is how you search and it's just broken. No. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm missing. All right, can I open up the sidebar at least? Nah, okay, so maybe, all right, let's just quit and reopen this, see what happens. Oh, there we go. All right. Where's the thing at? Here we are. So what is this called? Email something. Switching email service providers, create seamless. Nope. I don't remember the name of this document. Oh, wait, never mind. Here we are. I'm dumb. So we have the document, and we'll close that out. Oh, wait, I had steps that I haven't finished. Okay. So yeah, I have steps that I need to add in here, but let's figure out what I want to say. So we'll say we'll just say learn how to import your email list using our CSV importer. And how to manually add emails. So they're saying we recommend it. So I'll say our recommended approach to getting your users' emails. Is via our mobile. Well, we'll say front end. That's the case. Now I'm going to be more clear. We'll say our mobile, our front end, or mobile and web front end SDKs or something like that, and web SDKs. And then we'll say front end as a question. All right, so we'll say that's the recommended approach, is doing this. And then I can say see mobile quick start, mobile, or what's the other one? Web quick starts to get started, and refer to the documented email SDK methods. Quick starts. Okay. All right, so that's one note that I'll have to come back to in the future. All right, create a user or create subscription. So, all right, so you could use our API. So that's really what this is. So it's like you could use our API. This up here is technically our SDKs. So we'll just say SDKs like that. And then they'll just put that note there. And the final way is technically this is the SDK. This is the same thing. The web prompt. Okay, so yeah, so SDKs. All right. I'm gonna make this a little clearer. So we're gonna do our recommended approach in general. So this recommended approach. All right, and then use one of our mobile SDKs. The reason why I'm removing web is that I'm just going to put it down here. So we're going to say use one of our one of our mobile SDKs, and mobile front end. Yeah, we'll use both words now, front end SDKs. All right, and then we'll say refer or see to get started. Follow one of our mobile quick start guides. And this right here. Dump that there. And the documented email SDK methods, and then we can get rid of that. And now for the web, and I'll make this even, we'll say mobile. So use our front end SDKs, and I'll remove this right here. All right, and then we'll say web, use use our front end web native. I'll just say web native or web SDKs. Use one of our front end web SDKs. We'll keep that as that, and I'll change that in the future. So we'll say to get started. Actually, we won't even say get. We'll say get started by. That's easier. Get started by following one of our web quick start guides. The reason why it's one of is because we have React, we have Vue, we have Next, we have Angular, all of those different things. They're all web, but they're not web native. Web native is JavaScript, just pure JavaScript, no libraries. All right, so we're gonna say by following one of our web quick starts. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Look at that. Now I can remove guides. So one of our quick starts, and refer to the documented email SDK methods. And because I've repeated this twice, I may just move this down somewhere else. So we'll, yeah, I think I will. So we'll, not now, I'll do it later. So now there are only two, right? So this right here is this made it seem like it's three, but in reality, it's not three. I mean, it is three. But here, let me write the third. Let me make it clear. The third is this, our CSV import tool, importer. And this is on the dashboard. So we'll say dashboard like so. So we have three ways: the dashboard using one of our SDKs, and we have a lot of those for one of our mobile platforms, whether that be a native platform or a cross-platform, something like React Native or Xamarin, or I guess Maui now, not Xamarin anymore. And for the website, we have a web native one, which is just JavaScript, a thing that you can import to your project. And then there's also stuff like React and Vue, all that. Yo, what's up, Scripted? What's devrel? I don't know, man. I'm figuring it out myself. I don't know. I was hoping one of y'all could tell me. No, I'm just playing. From my understanding, developer relations deals with the relationships, like the relationship between a company and its developer users. And it's the go-between to kind of manage that. So it's typically engineers who, well, I should take that back. There are multiple personas within devrel, which is why it's so hard to define. So you have the persona of a community manager, and that's the kind of person that goes out and they're in Discord servers, going out to conferences, going and setting up meetups, doing hackathons. They're the people who you see at events. Then you have people who are more about evangelism. So that's, there's a particular product that they work for, a product company, and their mission is to basically drive adoption within the developer community by building, by doing talks, by demonstrating specific use cases, by potentially building, maybe they'll have another engineer build it, but by kind of like building out samples and all that kind of stuff. Then you also have the developer experience persona, which is around the document. Well, I guess you could it's a mix between content. Let's go to content first. You have the content persona, and these are the people who are writing blogs, who make videos, who they will write documentation. Sometimes they're writing like, the emails and stuff that goes out to the developers. And then there's also the developer experience persona, which also includes docs because it's part of your developer experience. And they're more concerned with making sure that the product, typically at a tech company, like it's a software product, is easy to use, if that makes sense, or a pleasant experience to use. Yeah, and then you have the other persona, which is engineering, which is, they'll build code samples or demonstration projects to kind of show product in action, and they take feedback from the community around issues and then refer that to the product team, the engineering team, and potentially the marketing team. So it's a very cross-functional role where you're working with, well, at least in my experience, I've worked with 3 orgs fairly consistently, and that's the product org, the engineering org, and the marketing org. I know in some companies, sales, you may be involved in sales too, but it's hard to define what devrel is. So I'm just gonna say it's whatever you want it to be. Yeah, don't quote me on that though. All right, yo, what's up, Marshall? By the way, I saw your live stream. You were building you were building it looked like, I don't know, it was in C++. It was doing some tables. I don't really know what you were building, but I saw you. So if you saw some likes come through, that was this guy. And I also see that you are most interested in developer experience. I mean, honestly, that's the area that I care about the most. I don't know. I feel like to be good at that, you have to have a lot of experience, because how are you going to know what a good experience is unless you've done a lot of things? And I don't know who typically occupies those roles, but what I've been told is that the more technical folks are the ones who may drive that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't know. There's a lot of me not knowing a lot of things. Well, yeah, it was the VOD, because it's hard for me to do streams, and when I say that, it's mostly because I also stream and I also have other stuff. And when I'm not streaming, you best believe that if I'm not streaming or working, I'm definitely not at my computer. I'm off doing something else. I make it a point to not be at my computer often these days. So it'll be here, and I will purposely go sit somewhere else, and I'll turn it off. Well, not really turn it off, but I'll put it to sleep. How about that? Okay. Where was I before I went off? Oh, my notes. That's what we're doing. All right, so we have the dashboard, which is CSV importer to SDKs and API. So that's this section here. Allow a user to include their own email address to your website. Okay. Use use our web SDKs. And then we'll say our mobile SDKs. So use our web SDKs to prompt, I guess. We call this something. I forget what we call it though, so I want to go figure out what we call it. It's like prompt something. The reason why I want to use the same word is because that's important to me, to be consistent. Prompting, okay. Web prompting. We literally just say prompt. Okay. Do we have a better one? Email, okay, so email and phone number web prompt, okay. So we'll say use, prompt a user. advantage of our whatever that is. Oh shit, it didn't do it. Email and phone number. Why can't I type this? Web prompting. You know what? I am gonna, so we'll say get to take advantage of our, to get started using our email, whatever. No, I don't know. I'll keep it as is for now. All right. By the way, this activity that I'm doing right now is called, we called it I can't even think of the name. It was in my head. Wordsmithing. So when I was at GitHub, because we did a lot of our own like web copy, that kind of thing, we would get together and we would wordsmith out, correspondence, I guess, like messaging content to put out. And I got really, really, really good at kind of like noodling around with words. And making it really a point. In fact, I want to show a tool. It's called Hemingway, because one of the things that I like to do is to write at a level that everyone can understand. And for me, I try to write below a 10th grade level, which sounds easier said than done. So here is I guess an email that I wrote. It's just here for some reason. I don't know why it's still here. But yeah, so like I'll put whatever I write. So once this is done, I will literally take all of this content and dump it into here. And then I will look to see, all right, well, what does Hemingway have to say about this? For instance, it says that, by the way, yellow is hard to read. So this sentence is hard to read. It really doesn't tell you why or what, but it tells you, it gives you some idea of like, oh, I can improve this. I'm not about to improve this right now, but yeah, it just goes to show that like you can do some things. Actually, I want to put in an example. So let's put in these notes, which are obviously shitty right now, but that's okay. Put it in here. And then we have here that this adverb right here, this maybe I don't need it, right? So adverbs are kind of interesting in general because they modify verbs, but in reality, the verb is the only thing that matters. So it's like, you can say strongly add emails, or you can say forcibly add emails, or you can say manually add emails. Like all of the adverbs don't matter. At the end of the day, you're adding emails, and that's kind of what this is getting at. And it's saying grade 4. That's because these are literally notes. But let's go to something that's a little bit more complete. Oh wait, no, that's not more complete. Maybe here, something like this. All right, so look at this. So turns out I've done a pretty decent job so far. All right, so looks like I'm using passive voice here. So whenever I'm using, and honestly, like I'm pretty decent about understanding when I'm using passive voice. However, sometimes I will lose myself and I'm not thinking about it. So when I see stuff like this, subscription status is expressed as yes or no. Well, the active voice of this is to say, express subscription status as yes or no. So you start with the verb first, right? I don't know if any of you are aware of passive and active voice, but there you are. Should have learned it in grade school, maybe third, fourth grade, maybe. But yeah, so let me go back to what I was doing. Let's not save that. All right. Wait. Oh, okay. I came here to see what it was called. It's called prompting. So what I'm gonna do is copy this link proactively, just in case I need to come back and do it again. Where is it? Oh, here we are. So copy that link, and then I'll just dump it in here somewhere using our email and phone number prompt, web prompt. I guess I have to say web prompt. Web prompt feature. All right, yeah, there we are, cool. Let's see. Scripted. Can I intern at your software company for free? Are you talking about One Signal? Or are you talking about, because I no longer run my own company, and like, what I will say, like, I'm going to assume that it's One Signal. Let's assume that it's One Signal, but I'm going to talk as if it was for mine, just to give you some insight into like how, I guess, how companies or organizations think about labor in general. So let's say, for instance, you're asking to intern at my company, the one that's no longer, I don't really operate it anymore, but let's pretend that I still did. Well, you would be like, all right, I want to come and work with you for free. Like, I want to work with you. You don't have to pay me. All right, great. From your perspective, it sounds like a good deal. You're like, oh, like, they're getting free labor and I am getting to learn. From my perspective, I'm looking at, well, I now have to dedicate time to making sure that you're productive. Like, I have to make sure that I have things in place that you can work on. So let's say, for instance, I was working on some features. Well, now I got to think about, all right, well, what are some features that are, I guess, easy that someone can do without much help, but in reality, that's not the case. So oftentimes, what ends up happening is, especially for like the junior developers, they end up adding additional overhead, and sometimes the overhead that they add is not worth the cost, even if that cost is no money, right? Because that's not the only cost. In all honesty, money is not that important. That's not the most important cost ever in general. It's typically time and risk. So let's say, for instance, you join a team and they, some project manager assigns you some work, and that work is crucial to the product. I'm not saying they would do that, but maybe they would. Who knows? Let's say that stuff is crucial to the product and it doesn't get done. It doesn't get completed. Well, now the whole product has to get delayed. The ship date or whatever has to get delayed. And that results in more money than they're saving by not paying you in general, because most companies, the ones who last, they're not paying you what you earn them. So let's say, for instance, you're making $150,000 a year. It's very realistic that the company is generating at minimum 2.5 times your salary in profit, not just revenue, in profit. And that goes into paying you and your tax, half of your taxes, through payroll tax and other, insurances and all that other kind of crap. So, but yeah, as far as One Signal, I don't know. What I would suggest is go to our careers page and see if there's anything of interest to you, and just apply. Even if you don't think you like, just apply. It doesn't matter. Apply. You can also hop into, I was gonna say you can hop into our Discord, but I'm the only person. Your goal should be like, here's the ultimate strategy, whether you're trying to come work alongside with me or anyone else. The best way to get into anything is to make yourself known. What I mean by that? Well, let's say you want to go work for, I don't know, I would just say One Signal. Well, a good way to get on people's radar so that people know you is to contribute to some of the projects that are open source. Or if you join a community and you see people are asking questions, answer those questions. Or if you are on Reddit or Stack Overflow, start answering questions there. And what you'll find is, over time, it's really over time, people will start to know who you are. You'll have a reputation. And that's the thing that I think a lot of junior developers don't understand, is that no one cares about your skill set. Your skill set is not as valuable as you think. We all think that it's valuable because we went to school for a few years, we paid a lot of money, it was kind of hard. So we come out thinking that we have actual skills that matter to people. In reality, you don't. What's more important is trust. And what I mean by that is, like, anytime you're hiring anyone, it's a risk factor. They may not work out. They may leave. They may not be able to do the job. They may be incompetent. And when I say not able to do the job, that's different from like, some things happen in people's lives. So it's always a risk. And there's a cost too, right? Like to hire someone, there's the actual cost. Back when I was studying this, because my company was around that kind of thing, it costs around $50,000 on average to recruit a software engineer. So given that, like, that's before you hire that person, it's cost you about $50,000 to get to that point. Now that's a lot of risk. So let's say, for instance, you do all of that, you hire this person, and then for whatever reason they don't work out. Well, that money that you spent, well, that doesn't come back to you. And it can have other effects on the team, things that you wouldn't even think about. Like, what happens if you have a bad hire? I'm not saying that you're that. I'm just saying, just now that we're on this topic, if you have a bad hire, well, you could lose people on your team. Like, you could lose your best people on your team if they feel like, this person who you're probably paying more money, because that's generally how it works. They're coming in and they're not pulling their weight, and people become resentful and they'll leave. So there's a lot that goes into bringing on new folks to a team. But the answer to your question, the most direct answer to your question is, sure, you can do stuff for free. The best way is to go to our Discord, which right now is mostly only me. And when I say only me, I mean like from the company. It's other people in this Discord. So if you go to our One Signal Discord, there are people in here asking questions. Answer some questions. I guarantee you, if you do that long enough, you may end up getting a job. There was a guy when I was working at GitHub, he became a contributor to GitHub Desktop. And he was a consistent contributor. And now he has a job at GitHub. So take that for whatever it's worth. All right, let's move on. So we have our refer to the document email, okay? And then API, that's using the create user or create subscription, okay? So we'll say you can create a user or the create subscription. I disagree with that. Shouldn't I be able to update a subscription to get email too? Man, I can't type subscription. All right, let's go look at this API. Create subscription. There is an update subscription. And all right, we have an email. I would be surprised if I can't update, like add an email or update the email for a subscription. Type email, here we are. So this does the type, but what about the actual email though? Broken sessions. All right, I am confused. By the way, I'm going to probably be working on these docs all quarter, like this, like our API docs, because of the reasons that we're seeing live. This is confusing. So we can create a subscription of type email. However, it's not clear. Okay, it's token. All right, that's confusing as hell. We're overloading this. I don't like that. So this token is generally for a push token, but we're also using it for email, I suppose. Yeah, sorry. For email subscriptions, the email addresses. For SMS subscriptions, the token is a phone number. right. This is on my quarter. Like I wrote this down on my sheet of things to do for this week, but just to review the quarterly OKRs and prioritize. This is probably going to be high up on there. This is confusing. Okay, so yeah, we can do this. We can create, but what about update? Can we update the token? Yes, we can. Look at that, push token. So it's not just create and update. It's not just create, it's create and update. Let's see about user. This should just be for user properties, but I think you can update a subscription on here too. Lat long purchases, or maybe not, deltas. All right, never mind. So it's only on the subscription. Okay, so we're gonna say create user, create subscription, or update subscription. All right, cool. So what you'll notice is that wasn't documented here. So already we've just within the first 5 lines, we've already come up with different things and realized that there were things missing. All right, allow users to include, yeah, I don't care. Duplicate email records, okay. We don't care about that right now either. Actually, I think, wait, there's 2 on our dashboard. Yes. So yeah, this is wrong here. This is 2 options. We have the CSV importer and the manually add emails. I'm taking a lot of time to ensure that I know all of the different ways, because the thing that sucks the most is to get started writing something and then things change. You're like, oh, now I got to redo all that other crap. All right, I think I have this now. Yeah, I got this down now. What do you do scripted? Just out of curiosity. What kind of stuff do you do? Or I guess a better question is, what kind of stuff would you like to do? Or did I ask that? I don't know what I just asked. Figure out what I asked. Answer when you have time. All right. Let's see here. So we got all of the different ways that we can get emails. I think. Can I think of any others? Nope, I can't. Dashboard, we have 2 methods. SDK, we have 2 methods. API, we have 3 methods. All right. So I'll figure out how to like get this, wordsmith so that it looks presentable, but I can move on now. So this next thing is I need a note about the duplicate emails, like how we handle duplicate emails. So I'll just put like a little thing here and just say how duplicate, or we'll say email duplicates. And then I'll just say we'll auto magically remove duplicated email subscriptions, which is basically what we have now. And then all right, we'll say if the subscription status differs of the email differs of an email differs, the subscription status will only we'll update the subscription status. All right. I don't like the fact that I'm saying subscription status twice in one sentence, so I'm gonna have to deal with that in a bit. Front end dev. I feel like we've talked before. You've been on the stream before, haven't you? You don't seem unfamiliar. You're a CS student. What year are you? Are you like a sophomore, junior, senior, grad school? I did computer science. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did engineering for a long time actually, and then went into the company entrepreneurial route for a little bit, for about 2.5, 3 years, and yeah, now I'm doing Devlog, which is new. It's different. It uses a lot of different things. I don't know if you probably don't know this yet, but over time you will. I do a lot of different things. I do photography, videography, make music. I program things. I can build things. Used to be a consultant. I've done AI. Used to be an advisor. All these types of things. Public speaking. I used to be a teacher. So it's like you put all these things together, and then it works out well for Devlog because it's very interdisciplinary. And obviously I write too. Like I know how to write, if you can. I don't know if you know that. But I actually used to do like we used to have like these writing competitions, like state competitions here in Texas. And I used to place in some of those. Like I won a few writing competitions back in the day. So I also write. I used to do short stories though, not this kind of writing. This is like this is a different kind of writing. But you know, the basics still apply, like sentences, verbs, nouns, all that kind of shit. It still applies to here. But yeah, I don't like the sentence right here. If the subscription status of an email differs, we'll update the subscription. I'll just say we'll simply update it. We'll simply update it. And we shouldn't say simply. I'll just remove that. We'll update it. Oh, I guess that's what it was complaining about. It's like, yeah, you simply, and I removed it. It goes away. All right. So yeah, if the subscription status of an email differs, we'll update it. I think that's much more clear than here. Actually, no, this doesn't make sense yet. So we'll automatically remove the duplicate email subscriptions, but that's only if the subscription status is the same. Otherwise, we'll delete it. All right, so I'll say however. However, is that how you spell however? Yeah, it looks like it. However, if the subscription status of the email differs, and it has to be the now, we'll update it instead. The instead is slightly necessary because even though there's this however here, this is to say that this will happen always if this isn't the case. And I'll probably have to run this through Hemingway. Not like this, but like in context, but I'm just going to jump in here now just so we can see just a simple sentence, what that would look like here, maybe, or not. There we are. Yeah, look at this. Very hard to read. So if I remove automatically, will that give me not a postgraduate? Because I don't want to write a postgraduate. For what it's worth, I am a postgrad student, so forgive me for writing in this manner. All right, so we're at grade 15. I don't even know what the hell that is. Okay, shit, it doesn't like however. Unless, how about that? Unless we can get rid of some words. Unless the subscription status of the email differs, then we'll update it instead. Are we still, oh my gosh, this is what I mean, but it's hard to write at a 10th grade level or below, at least for me. I in my opinion, this is a simple sentence, but I'm gonna have to do more wordsmithing to get this not like that. I guess we'll do that. Okay. Such is life. Yeah. This isn't great. I need that to be much simpler than this. I'll have to figure out a way to express that so that normal people can understand what the hell that means. All right. Import emails through the dashboard. Okay, that's what we have here. So we have dashboard, SDK API. Okay. So what I'm going to do is move these things around so that the recommended approach is the first option. Actually, never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much because we're going to link away from here anyways. All right, so we're going to do CSV upload, which I already have, so we're good. CSV email column. CSV must have an email column, which I have that. Except I think mine's a little bit easier to reason about here. The header row must include a column named email. I think that's much easier to think about. Also, I'm not sure why this is weird like this. What's going on? Huh. All right. Well, hopefully it's not messed up over here. Yeah, it looks like I've already copied it over, so I guess I'll have to not edit it anymore. There. All right. So we have all of that stuff here. That's what this is. Must include header column for email. It's recommended to include the external ID column to identify a user that owns the email address. I don't have that it's recommended. I have that it may include as a requirement. So maybe I'll talk a little bit about this right here. It's recommended. We recommend this. Recommend. All right, how about that? Make sure I haven't gotten any Did I? Oh yeah, I did write that. I'm like, did I take note of that? I did. Okay, so I'll deal with that soon. If you want to include email addresses that have opted out of receiving messages such as, set the subscribe column to yes or no. If you want to include email addresses that have opted out of receiving messages, set the subscribe column to yes or no. Without this column, it defaults all of the addresses. Okay, all right. Oh my gosh, that doesn't. All right. Oh my gosh. That does not make any sense. Yeah, this as written doesn't make any sense, because it's like the emails are going to be included whether or not you have a status or not, or a subscription status or not, or a subscribed value or not. Whether you set it to yes or no, the email address will be included in the import. So it's like, this is different. This doesn't make sense. What this should say is that the email subscription status will default to yes if a subscribed column is not given. Otherwise, it'll default to whatever value is provided in that subscribe column, which, if you look at the requirements, can either be yes or no. So this right here is just, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so we'll say to include an email address is subscription status. I'm missing an R. Subscription status. All right, so to include an email address is subscription status. Set the subscribe column to yes. Actually, this is to set an email addresses subscription status. Set the subscribe column to yes or no. If this column is not provided, if this column is not provided, all emails will default to, or we'll say the email will default to status will default to yes. And the user will be opted in. I'm being very, very clear that, it's going to be yes, and that implies that the user is opted in. This is hard to read. I'm not even gonna lie. I know this is hard to read, but I'll move on for now. I think it's better than what we had a little bit. Provide a subscribed column to set an email set the subscribe column to yes or no. If this column, if this column is not provided, the status will default to yes. And the user, okay, I think that answers everything now. All right, cool. So we'll move on. CSV can include data tags. Oh, let me make sure I turn off my, I need to make sure I turn on or off my focus modes right now. My stepmom is about to come over. I'll make sure that whenever she messages me, it doesn't just get lost in the ether like every other message. By the way, I declared like message bankruptcy. I had hundreds of unanswered and just, I don't know, like I'm really bad about text messages these days because I just don't care. But I had hundreds of unread messages, and right now I need to do it for my phone calls too. I have like 89 missed calls and a bunch of voicemails that I haven't. Oh, I have 84 voicemails. Oh my god. Oh shit, even one from Saturday. Oh my gosh. I haven't even listened to them. I'm surprised my voicemail box isn't full yet, because I haven't looked or used voicemail in years. I'm like, if it's important, you'll text me or you'll show up, one or the other. All right, the CSV can include data tags for segmentation and message personalization, as well as update the subscription status. Wait, what? The CSV can include data tags for segmentation and message personalization, as well as update this. That doesn't make any sense. Language code, time zone ID, and country can also be set by including these attributes as column headings. Set the tag key for column and the value on rate. Set the tag key for the column and the value under it. What the what? All right, this merge is going to take long. Oh, actually, no, look at that. I'm literally like 30% of the way through it. It's not that much text on here, so I guess I'm almost done. Oh my gosh, this is painful. Let me just copy this over so I don't have to keep looking to the right. Move this, make it a block quote. What do I have about that? CSV data tags. Here, optional. Whatever this is, format a column for data tags limited to 20. I don't even know if I really need that. This is more explaining what data tags are for. I don't think I need this. What I think I want to do is go to this link here. Nah, I'm just gonna delete it. We don't need that. It's not adding anything new. All right, examples. I have an example of whatever that is. Navigate. I think I already have this. Under import emails up there's a CSV template. I don't have this yet, but I can write my own sentence. That's fine. Which columns would you like to import as tags? Checked columns. All right, I have that. That's what these are. These notes here. That's what that is. Advanced settings, don't care. Manually add emails. All right, so this is all right. So I will need to have a section on manually adding emails. Okay. Let's start adding the hierarchy. Like we could do that now. So I need to have, wait, what do I have now? Let's save. Let's see what we got for now. Move this to this side. Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. What just happened? All right, whatever, it's fine. All right, cool. Sorry, so we have CSV upload, requirements, import, that whatever that is. I guess this is going to turn into not this. It's going to be the CSV import. And we're going to do another thingamajig here. This is now going to be dashboard. So that means that these requirements are now one of these, which man, I don't like this, because now it's going to get removed from my TLC. Header, and all right, then we're going to header template, and then we have our values, and then we have that import that becomes a level 3. Man, I don't like this at all. Oops. All right, let's see. It's going to jack up my table of contents, but I mean, I don't really have many options. However, I think that, yeah, I still get these links, so we're good. All right, I'm not as pissed off about it. I'll accept it, although I still don't like it. I don't enjoy that. Let's go back to here. Okay, so now that we have this, unfortunately, I can't collapse because that would just make too much sense. So what I'll now do is put like a thing down here, and we'll say, is that level 3 or 2? 3. 3. We'll say manual add manually, like that. So now we should get back over here, add manually, and then CSV import, hopefully, or not. Oh, that's not, it's level 2, my bad. It's a level 2 header. With README, anything over level 2 doesn't get rendered in the table of contents. So we have the we have CSV import, and then actually this should be import CSV. The verb is first. I don't know if you noticed that, add manually. So verb first. CSV. Okay, now what else did I have over here in my little thingamajig? So we have dashboard, and then we have the SDK. And that's going to be a level 1. So we have our SDKs, and then inside of here, we're going to have mobile, and then web. All right, and then we're going to have API. We have create user, and then create subscription, and update subscription. All right, so we get dashboard, SDK, and API. And for SDK, we have mobile and web. And then we have create user, create subscription, and then update subscription. All right, that's looking a little bit better. So now we got to figure out this other crap. So I guess we'll start doing that now. Or actually, you know what? What I'm going to first do is do the easy part. We'll do the easy shit first. Let's go back to here. So notice how I have like just these links. For now, I'm just going to copy the links over just straight up. So inside of the create user right here, I'm just going to say refer to the doc for now. I'll call this to do, to implement later, or yeah, to write later. Whoa, that didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. Copy that link. All right, that's create user, and then we have create subscription. I thought I had these open. Didn't I have, or did I close it? Maybe I did. Maybe I closed it in documentation. All right, we have create subscription here. Update subscription. Or not? Wait, what? Okay, what the hell? It's weird. All right, so we have that now. So one of the things that I'm going to need to kind of focus on here is with the create subscription. I'll go ahead and put a note here now. So create subscription, the type is email. Well, not that email, email like this. The token is the email address. And is there anything else? Enabled, I guess. Yes. So we'll say enabled is subscription status. I'm assuming because, you know, we don't, it doesn't say that. I am only left to assume and then to go and validate manually by actually testing this out. So I guess that's another thing that I do as Devlog is I use our product as if I am one of our paying customers, one of our developers. So that's where I guess my skill set as an engineer comes in, because I'm building stuff and my opinions, because I have a lot of them. I don't know if y'all have noticed, because I'm willing to share my opinions. It makes that, it's a skill set, right? So because I'm willing to share my opinions and I have strong opinions and I can communicate these opinions effectively, you know, there's a lot of value in that, because imagine you're building something and no one's using it. Not saying that that's the case here, but like, or like, let's say you're building something and people are using it, but no one's giving you feedback on how they like it, or if it's easy to use, if it's hard to use, if there are bugs, if there are issues. Like you don't get that much feedback. So I guess, you know, the Devlog could also be looked at as a trusted developer within the company. Yeah. I think this is good right here. We need to turn this off. This should not be public or documented publicly. Okay, so I think I have everything for the create subscription. Let's go to update subscription. So here in the subscription object, can we change it? I guess we can. Actually, that doesn't make sense that I can update a subscription, the type of subscription. See, and here's what I mean. Like, here's part of the value add, I guess, of Devlog. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, all right. It makes sense that if I create a subscription, that the type is whatever it is, but I don't think that I should be able to update a subscription and then the type gets changed, especially when it defaults to iOS push. So does that mean that whenever I do an update, if I don't provide a string, it's just going to set my email subscription to iOS push? I mean, you know what? I'm going to put a marker here for this. Mark. All right. What are we going to say? This is, why does, update subscription. Update subscription take a type param. All right, cool. So I've logged this in my little thing so that I don't forget it in the future. But I'm also writing in my notes to go and review this at the end. So what is this? We'll say submit product feedback report. On type parameter. And create update subscription. All right. Oh, and I'll also just say I made a marker for it. Okay. Yeah, that's a little confusing. I'm not gonna say. Well, I'll put this in. We'll say. I'll also put it here. Why can't I change type? All right, and then the thing that I care about here, so I will say token is the email address. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and then enabled. Honestly, it's the same thing as here. I'll just copy this. Anything else here? Nope. All right, I think that's it for create user, create subscription, and update subscription. Oh wait, no, not create user. We need to do create user now. So create user, the way it works is that you can give it a subscription array. So it's really the same thing here. So we'll say provide a subscription object in the subscriptions array. So I'll have to explain how to do this using like the curl commands, I guess, or something. I don't know. I need to start thinking about how to better use this over here so that I can just be like, you know what? Click on this link here, so I don't have to write a code snippet here. Just like click the link here. It takes you to over here, and then hopefully the person will be like, oh, look, right, there's the code. And then they can come in and like do stuff. Ideally. Gotta work up to that though. For the next thing, we're gonna get this web stuff. So that's the prompting that I think I had. And let's go to the top of this and like, let's put the rest of the stuff in here. I'll wordsmith it over here. Oh wait, I think I could just link like mobile quick start. Oh wait, if I spell it correctly, mobile quick start. Yes, look at that. So for mobile, follow our whatever that is, quick start. For web, we'll say follow our web quick start. And wait, what did I just delete? Okay. And then refer to our dot. Okay, so create user up, whatever that is. Okay, cool. Is this playing the same song again? The hell's going on? Alright, cool. I can't have the same music. I already don't like the music to begin with. And it's just like, if it's the same music, it's just annoying. I haven't figured out a way to play this music for y'all and then listen to my own music that actually isn't good to listen to. But you know, these days we don't have any freedom in our country, so we can't listen to music. Even though I make no money, listen to music doing this. I can't listen to music and then stream on YouTube, at least. not a fan of this right here. The spacing is weird. The like the fact that it's using the same bullets, I don't like this at all. Maybe I can make this H4. But no, I can't, because then we have two dashboards. They can't be named the same thing. We'll do that. All right, maybe that will present slightly better, hopefully. Oh gosh, it doesn't. It's too much whatever this is space. I'm gonna try H5 and see if that changes the spacing between these two. No, fuck. Okay, well then, fuck. I guess we're gonna keep it here and just deal with the weird spacing. It's really hideous to me. It's hard for me to accept this. This looks really bad. All right, I'll be right back. Take a break. Back again. Just had to take a little bit of a break. Been doing this for about an hour and a half or so. And I don't really, wait, whoa. Liquid has been to connect, wait, what? My USB thing just said liquid is detected. I don't understand how that's possible. This has never been exposed to liquid. It sits on my desk literally all day. Huh, that must have been like a faulty thing. I'm not sure what went on there. All right. I'm still not happy about how this looks, but all right, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean this up by deleting this, like so, and then moving that down to this mobile and web and all that stuff. So we'll say to learn. I'll just link it around. I'll come up with copy or prose later. But this one, I want to link to the, what do you call it? The SDK methods, the email SDK methods, which are here. Oh, it's literally called email SDK methods. Okay. Email SDK methods. Cool. So I'll say using the SDK to collect email addresses is the recommended, or is the approach we recommend for all users. Our SDKs will take care of, I guess, creating the subscription, creating the user and subscription for you, and for you, so you don't have to link them later. I guess so that you don't have to like link the, I'll just leave it at that. Creating our SDKs take care of creating the user and subscription for you. Yo, what's up, Yanni? How you doing? Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. I just realized I'm over here working. Nobody said anything, so I guess y'all like looking at me. If y'all prefer looking at me, let me know. I will happily turn the cam back to me and we can just look at me work. Oh, happy birthday. Surprised you think that 23 is old. Tell that to a 35-year-old man. Is, oh yeah, okay. Even if you took the numbers in your age and flipped them, I am still older than you. Just consider that. All right, looks like SDK is done. Add manually is the only one left to do. And when I say left to do, I know it's not technically done, but what I'm mostly referring to is my notes, like knowing what it is I'm gonna do. Actually doing the thing is easy. Figuring out what to do is always the hard part, and then refining it after the fact is harder still. Well, these are my docs. These are OneSignal's docs. I have not worked on my own docs ever, because ultimately, like, I'm not going to use them. And even when I did have a team of folks, like, I wrote a bunch of stuff and they never used it or read it, which was evident with certain questions that they would ask me. It's just like, it's obvious that you haven't put any type of effort. And I don't mean like a lot of effort, but just like any effort to just read the sentence that I wrote that says the thing that answers your question. And after a while, it's like, it's hard to get out of the mindset of like, I'm okay, like I'm good, without someone paying me. Like, if someone's paying me, it's like, all right, sure, I'll take the time. But in general, I'm just like, man, I'm okay in life. If people don't want to listen, it's fine. I'll be okay. I'll keep living my life. I'm gonna take, oh shit, what did I just do? What in the hell is going on? Whoa, what? There's something that I'm trying to do. I just forgot what it was. So. Oh yeah, here we are. I need to go to the email, wherever that is. Here, and then this. There we go. So manually add okay, it's literally just this. Wow. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna do that myself. So let's get add manually done. That's easy to do. So we'll open up a new one of these things, and we'll go to another one of those things, and move this to another one of these desktops. All right, so from here, let's size this appropriately, which I think is here to here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we'll do OneSignal. Let's see here. Doesn't the docs need to get reviewed before being published, or are people not reviewing them thoroughly? Well, the answer to your question is yes, something needs to happen. But just because something needs to happen or should happen does not mean that it happens. And even if something does happen, it does not mean that it's happened at a level sufficient to say that it's happened. So yeah, like what you're talking about is, and you're living in the realm of should, where it's like, yeah, I mean, but in reality, the real world, like, often a lot of things aren't done that should be done. And I'm using the word should loosely because I am results oriented. And if you were truly results oriented, you would look at anything and say, you know what, if I'm able to get a result without doing all these other things, then that means that I don't need to do those things. And you would be right. No one can argue with that, right? Where, I know a lot of software engineers, they're like, oh, you need to do comments. And while I generally agree with the sentiment, that's actually false. You don't need to write comments. And if you did, then none of the software that we use in our day-to-day life would be working, because I've seen and written and worked with all kinds of software, and there's not a lick of documentation anywhere. So, take that for what it's worth. Let's go to this, whatever the hell, Nosi, and then we're going to import manually. So that's come to this audience, and then this button. Okay, maybe not that button. How do I add it? All right, I don't know how to do this now. Segments. Oh wow, this is dumb. I had to go to subscriptions to do this. All right. Oh, wait a minute. All right, this is all the way dumb. So let's make a note right quick. So my issue with this right now is that why am I updating and importing users on a segments page? When it really should just be here. In fact, it is here. Except it's one of these dumb, I hate these kind of buttons. So it's like, we're gonna do the manually add. So let's take a screenshot of that. Oops, do this kind of screenshot. We'll do the manually add. Okay. Do the screenshot again. Then we'll say William. Actually, I probably should have did it here. Yeah, we'll say William at, and then we can come up with our different keys. So we'll say key 1, some value for key 1. Then we'll add a few more keys. So we'll say key 2, and then another value. Oh, actually, fuck. What? Okay. It did save it, but this is another thing that we're going to have to talk about. Let me put another marker. And then I'll say, oh, should I have a meeting in 10 minutes? I am going to have to go soon. I have a meeting soon. I thought this was my no meeting day. That's what, I think I said that too at some point. Oh, okay. It's a donut meeting. Okay, well. All right, whatever. So let's see. I'm gonna just say I don't like modals. Don't make me import in a modal. Don't make me import in a modal. And even though the content's still here, I'm still feeling a certain kind of way. Cause like if I accidentally click out, which I'm known to do, or if I accidentally press escape, oh, well, escape doesn't do anything. Wait, what? Oh, it does do something. Okay, and it deletes all of my shit. That's fun. So we'll say William at 1 signal, whatever that is, and then we'll say data tag 1, and then first data tag, or let's just say some value, and then we'll do a few more of these. Some other value. Now, I'm going to take a screenshot of this before I click out because that's what I was about to do. I have a feeling that I can break this. Let's see. Data. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. I absolutely hate modals. For this reason, it's hard to get the keyboard focus right. And whatever. I will get myself in trouble if I keep talking. Oh, what? Okay, wait. I'm already in trouble. I didn't do the right thing. I should have did data tag 1 and then data tag 2, and I did not do that. So let's redo that screenshot. Now let's make. Oh my gosh, this makes me want to commit acts of violence. What the hell? So if I click out of the browser and I then put focus back in the browser, it works okay. Okay. If I click out of the browser and then I put focus, okay, that still works. So I wonder if I put focus out of the browser and come into here, no, that still works too. All right, well, I don't know why that's not working. Anyway, so let's try to make this, let's try to break this. We'll say data tag 1. And I'll put William 2 at Gmail because I don't, or 1, whatever that is. Submit. Does that work? William 2. Look at that. I broke it. Well, maybe not really. Technically not really. Although, do we have naming conventions for data tags? Oops, I should have went to documentation. Data tags. Let's see here. Key value pairs. Okay, use like first name, task score. Okay, task essential. Do not Set user IDs. Okay, use lowercase keys. Avoid extended characters. We don't recommend sending extended characters, like whatever these are. Okay. As these may be interpreted. All right, spaces, periods. Wait, spaces, periods, or dots in tag keys cannot be substituted / processed and will result in a blank. Only use alphanumeric characters and an underscore or hyphen in your key. Oh, look at that. I've just discovered a bug. Look at that. What do we have here? So we'll just take that, and then I'll also note this in Obsidian over here. We'll just say bug discovered. Then we'll just say I'm able to manually add data tags, unsupported data tags, add unsupported data tags from our dashboard. I think it's okay if we, if we don't have checks on the API side, although I really don't think it's okay. But I would be more okay with that than the literal product not following our own docs, which is what I think we have now. All right, anyway. Oh wait, this is not needed reviewed. Oh yeah, all right, so I guess there are no other questions, so I'm gonna go. Peace.